Here is Megan
All
speaking
right.
from Chicago.
Yeah. Recently, Pope Francis, one of the most recognized global leaders in the world, gave a TED Talk that was titled, "Why the Only Future Worth Building Includes Everyone." And I ran across this TED Talk when I was on social media, and I was struck by the title. So naturally, I watched the TED Talk, and in it, Pope Francis said a really simple line that stuck with me. And the line was this: "Quite a few years of life have strengthened my conviction that each and everyone's existence is deeply tied to that of others. Life is not time merely passing by. Life is about interactions." In this talk, Pope Francis goes on to discuss the importance of collaboration, connection, and working alongside one another in order to promote positive change, and how important it is to promote equality and justice when working towards development. And while I was reflecting on what I wanted to share today, the words of Pope Francis kept coming back to me because I think he appropriately and concisely captures and aligns with my vision of global social work. And as a student of social work, I've had this constant debate about what aspect of social work calls to me the most. We're kind of forced to do that in our program, picking a specialization and picking internships. And I've always been really interested in international settings and work. And I love to think about major social issues of our time on a massive global scale, such as migration, fair trade, global hunger, climate change, etc. And I began to work towards my master's in social work because I wanted to work with individuals one-on-one, yet also be connected to and engaged in thinking about social justice issues on the massive global scale. And I thought that social work would be the perfect profession to mesh my micro and macro desires. And while the social work profession does a great job at considering clients within the context of their families or their schools, neighborhoods, communities, cities, and occasionally on the national scale, there's rarely a consideration of a client within their global context, at least when we're working with clients in a clinical setting. And what's unfortunate about that lack of consideration